Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Bonga Etuk, and I am here with episode 12 of Teacup with Etuk, Teacup with Etuk. How would you like to enunciate that? Um, One second, let me take out these retainers. We ain't even gonna have that today. Let me go ahead and take the retainers out now. So this week I wanted to get at another topic, a more, not personal, I feel like it's just a relatable topic for everybody in a sense. I'm also learning to improvise more instead of writing, like 2 and 3 pages of me reading something. Most people not gonna wanna just watch a video of you, with your head down most times, just reading the paper. So I'm learning to write less and less on paper and actually learning to, just improvise and just personalize a lot of things. So it's just off the dome, so it feels more fresh. It doesn't feel rehearsed. So yeah, pretty soon we'll be down to not even writing anything at all. Today I tried not to write a full page, so I'm just about there. This week's topic though is love considered individual favoritism? Question mark. Love is nothing more than an individual favoritism for someone that strengthens over time, day by day, week by month, by year. It's a concept that has been coined by many in the past and the current, and there's a science behind all of it. Now, I didn't say I personally had the formula, but facts are facts, people. I'll drop a little knowledge on it though. There are some people who experience emotions a bit more grand than others, and those people are known as empaths. So while getting to know someone, just after a few days, they may feel like they really love this person. They may really feel like, even though it's only been a few days, you've been so relatable to me in these 72 hours. It's like I've known you before. It's like I can say I love you because that level of comfort, has increased significantly because I would feel something twice or, 3 times the strength of a regular emotion that a non-empathic person would. So while getting to know someone, just after a few days, you may feel like you love, and have an extremely high interest for this person. As time passes, you become more and more familiar with said individual, and your perception of them begins to be molded. That mold in your mind becomes what you believe, what you see, and what you feel. What you see, feel, and react to from your person could not be everyone's perception. You don't see your partner the way everyone else would see your partner because you're in love, most of you. When you're in love, I'm not necessarily saying you're ignoring the red flags, but you don't see the few shitty things that your partner may do off GP, or you're just blinded. You're neutralized to a lot of your partner's ways, especially if y'all live together, because in a sense y'all have began to act similar, so you don't see it because it's some of your ways as well. Okay. You find yourself wanting to be more involved with this person, making their problems your problems. The things you find yourself doing, could be doing, and will be doing will be things you would never do for other people, especially not on the accord and on the level that you're doing it for said individual. In fact, you have some people willing to do any and everything for their lover, but will frown upon a friend or a family member asking for something similar or even close to the love that they dish out. Okay. So, something that I will say that immediately came up to my mind on that last saying, some people are willing to give their lover more than they're ever willing to give their friends and their family. It's actually more common than you think. You have a lot of people who scream, I'm not loved, I'm not loved. I wish I had somebody who could love me for me. I wish somebody, just give me that love, that unspeakable love. And while there are family members who do not have your best interests, who do not love you as you completely, wholesomely, But you, in most regards, you have people in your circle, probably people in your face every day, who love you dearly, who love you to death. And you're not looking for that kind of love. You're looking for sexual love. You're looking for romanticized love. But that is not the only form of love, FYI. You know what I'm saying? You got love through babies. You have love through animals if you're an animal lover. You have love through the elderly if you love the elderly. And you also just have love through family, through friends, through, social interaction, just your day-to-day remarks and gestures that would make someone just feel, warmth. Everything does not have to be, oh, I'm lonely, I'm depressed because no one, ever wants me in that way. A lot of people don't see it like that though. It's okay to feel how you feel, but imagine how tired we are, okay? Especially when you have parents, single parents, not placing a specific gender because it can go either way. You can have a baby that's a few months old and they're already on social media saying things like, I just wish I had real love. Y'all don't know, I can't wait to find someone for me. Whole time you have just brought a new creation into this world that needs all the love they can receive at that moment. And, it may not seem reasonable, but that child loves you. I mean, that child has already done that touch to touch, that skin to skin with you. So that child knows their parent already. That child knows your heartbeat, your warmth, everything. So you mean to tell me you have nothing to give this baby, but you have everything to give a man or a woman? It's almost just like, fuck the baby. The baby love is not enough for me, And it's almost what I want to be like, do you want love? Or are you just, wanting sex? Because that would be the only thing that I pray that you are not trying to get from family, So that was the first thing that popped up in my mind alongside that. But I also want to, specifically speak on, back to more so the main topic. Just imagine yourself in a relationship. Just like we were in high school. Most people had those high school relationships where you have a class together or you're meeting up in between class periods, lovey-dovey for the few minutes you have during passing, hanging out every day after school till your parents come get you. That's the furthest it went for me. But some of y'all was spending the night at y'all partner's house in the 9th and 10th grade. Hey, but I still have to include it because we are a relatable brand. We do not shame people. Okay. But yeah, as you're, getting older into more mature relationships to where you find yourself, moving in with people, marrying people, claiming a forever title with other individuals, something more serious. And down the line, that from, just becoming so familiar with someone, like, a lot of people would like to get to that point where, oh, you can do no wrong. Like, to the point where the police come and say you murdered somebody in cold blood, your partner, that's not my husband. That's not the person I married. That's not him, because your perception is so flawed in a sense. You could never see your human, your personal human, doing things that humans actually, slip up and do. You could be married to a thief. You could be married to a murderer. You could be married to a rapist. And God forbid, either of the three. But your perception could be truly, what's the word? In denial. Like, there's no way that my partner would do this. He loves me and he knows what that would do to our relationship. It's what rolls off most people's tongues. But it's easier said than done. Most people are not thinking about their partner when they're committing crimes. So yeah, God forbid you are not married to either of the three that I did name, but there are very common marriages like that, or abusive. You can add that one in there as well. It just really depends. Like, it's not a bad thing to have individual favoritism for your partner, but if you really just want to break down the emotion itself, I love you, you love me. But what would you exactly consider that? Because we are not all the same, but everybody says they want love. What is that? You know? It's not, trying to challenge the algorithm or some shit. I'm just simply asking, what is your version of love? Everybody does not live off the same methods, and everybody did not grow up with the same tactics, Some people grew up in a traumatic household. Some people had two parents household the whole time with loving parents who've never seen their parents fight, but actually had toxic relationships. So it really just depends. You could raise a sheltered child. You could raise a really overly expressive child. It just really depends on the environment, This video is brought to you by Fiji Water. And also, this is not a Trump hat. Not that would be an issue, but a lot of people always see me with this hat on and they accuse of it of being the Make America Great Again. But it's just, I got it at the gift shop in Miami. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah. Your perception of someone is not everyone's perception. We could sit with the same exact person for an entire 24 to 48 hours, and we could still give off two different descriptions because we could have not ingested that person the same way. We probably did not relate to that person in the same way, nor receive them the same way, So I could say something completely off the wall. You could either agree or you could say something that'll completely combat that on the opposite side of the spectrum. So that's all I wanted to really get at in this video. I didn't want to make it long. I just more so wanted to practice on the improvisation and the, tagging along on the tactics. This topic, love itself. It's one you could get deep into, but I am not high enough or intoxicated enough to even sit here and fathom. So, I want to appreciate and thank y'all dearly for checking out episode 12 yet again. Love is individual favoritism, if you like to look at it that way. If you enjoy semantics, you would definitely agree. If you just like to go against the grain despite all odds, you would also agree. But if you just enjoy overall dialect and just see where things collide on your mind and my mind, see if any of our thoughts just like interlock. Because also we cannot agree on anything at all, but you could still listen and respect the overall theory because you just like, people who question the logic. It can go either way. It's your boy Manga Etuk. Thank you so much for checking out this one of the shortest Teacup with Etuks I've done. But lately they've been like 35 minutes, and I don't want to continue on the path of doing the extremely long videos, especially I'm just now practicing with the ring light, so the light looks a bit more professional in this one to a sense. I don't know how it looks to y'all. I want to start doing a bit more professional setups. I want to, just up the appearance. And until I do so, I definitely don't want to keep introducing such juicy topics just to be talked about in my damn front seat or, in front of a liquor bottle or leaning up against a liquor bottle, because that's what I used to do. But I'm checking out. Love, peace, and have grease. Thank you so much for tuning in.